Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Will, and that was just an appreciation of some of the driving I've done in the game since the update, where I have felt that I've just been completely drawn into this game in terms of how the cars feel recently and just how they connect to the road. And what you would have seen as well was that a lot of the cars that I was driving was cars that I wasn't very familiar with or confident in, or felt like the feedback I was getting from the cars and how they drove just wasn't feeling very right. Since the update, for me, this has all changed, and I find myself driving cars that I wouldn't dream of on circuits I wouldn't dream of, in conditions that I wouldn't even think would be a viable option. Now, a lot of these clips and a lot of the updates that they have dropped, you would see that they have done some changes in terms of the tyre physics. I would say now that most of the cars feel really nice to drive, really nice connection to the road and tarmac. You can really get some nice kind of feedback, especially through your wheel if you find some decent settings. I'm using a CineMatic 2 Pro, and the feedback for me is just absolutely unparalleled. The way it feels, the way it controls, and just every bump, curb, the road is just really nice to feel. Now, a track that's been added into the game as well is the Spa Circuit 2022 version, and again, this is really nice to drive on. The track limits are questionable in some certain areas, but again, this is something that can be easily polished out, I think, and can be easily changed. To drive on it though, in any kind of car, I was using a P1 Ginetta, which was absolutely blistering. The Formula 1 cars, again, the Ultimate Gen 2s are really good to drive now around the circuit, and on many of the circuits as well. And one of the main things that I really enjoy about this game is the broadness and the depth that you've got in terms of not just cars, but in circuits as well. There are a really nice bunch of South American tracks that, if you can get the hang of them and drive around on them, they are absolutely fantastic. And depending on the car you use as well, it's kind of an experience that you've really struggled to find in another title and another sim racing game. Now, along with the update, they did add in some cars as well. You have the Mini Cooper, which has been added into another group class within the game. This car drives really nicely. It's obviously a Mini Cooper, so you're going to get what you expect from the car. It is it's a bit of a monster in terms of how you can control the steering and manipulate it. And then you can jump into another car such as the Ginetta G55 GT3, which for me is really nice to drive. It handles very smoothly. The feedback again is just top notch. Now, I've given myself plenty of time to review this. I've been playing it kind of non-stop, kind of when I can, when the kids have gone to bed, just to jump on and try so many different cars and combinations that I kind of was withheld from doing because of how they felt. And I'm very happy to express that these now feel really nice. Now, the jump from 1.3 to 1.4 in terms of differences, they are not as apparent as it may seem, but in terms of how they actually feel, you can really find the differences in the cars and some of the tweaks, and again, the way they just kind of handle it. There is something different, and it's a very positive step. Now, if you haven't played the game for over a year, I would say that if you was to come into it now from previously maybe 9 months ago or a year ago, you may feel like you've just picked up a brand new game, or completely different in terms of how it handles. Again, this game isn't obviously made for everyone, just like we all have our favourite sim titles and how we do it. I'm not going to sit here and compare this to other games, just like I wouldn't compare ACC, one of my favourite games, to another type of title. They're all different in their own ways. We all like our own way of driving and our own style. Some love this game, some don't. Same with ACC, same with AC, same with iRacing as well, if you want to, sell one of your children to play it. But in terms of this game, for me, the review that I feel that the progression that Rise have made towards making this game a more enjoyable experience is definitely on the right path. And again, we have so much more coming along the lines in terms of development, which I'm really looking forward to. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, reviewing things is not my kind of job, not very good at it, but I've tried my best to kind of explain how I've enjoyed it and how I felt it. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye bye.